Hi guys! You might be aware of the slogan, repair, reuse, recycle. And so this week we're looking at how repairing things rather than replacing them can have a really positive impact on our environment. There is just no doubting that we live in a throwaway culture. Our reliance on single-use plastics is a huge problem. From plastic bags to takeaway cups, even to little condiment sachets when we eat out in restaurants or take away. All of this is problematic and, as we've discussed in previous videos, ends up in our oceans and harms our marine life. For example, fast fashion has led to poor quality clothing that only lasts a few washes before it rips and tears, or even worse than that, fast fashion has led to us always wanting the next trend, the next in-season item of clothing, which often leads to us throwing away the previous season's looks. In the UK alone, over 300,000 tonnes of textiles ended up in landfill in 2018. That's the equivalent of a massive £12.5 billion of clothing being thrown away in 1 year. And then let's look at technology. We are constantly being encouraged to upgrade our phone or our computers, get that latest new model, new update, whatever it may be. But we're then throwing away these perfectly functioning phones and computers in the process. And these cast-offs are becoming a poignant feature of landfills all over the world. There is currently around 50 million tonnes of this electronic waste, or known as e-waste, in landfills on our planet at the moment. And this has the total weight of more than every commercial airliner ever produced. Not too long ago, there was this mentality of let's make do and mend. But now our throwaway culture is really putting a strain on our planet and also our bank balance. And one way we can tackle this on an individual level is to repair rather than replace. Clothing has become so cheap that it can be so tempting to just throw your old item away and just buy a new one. However, why not get out a needle and thread and fix it yourself? I've got these awesome odd socks that I was bought as a gift. And sadly, they're really poor quality and they developed holes in the heels really, really quickly. But rather than throwing them away or asking to be bought a new pair, I just sit and use my super dodgy sewing skills to repair them. And I can just wear them again and again. I love them. I wouldn't want to throw them away. Not everyone has the skills to repair their own clothing. I mean, I certainly don't. But you could ask friends, you could ask family, you could give it a try anyway. Or I have found this amazing website called Love Clothing, and they teach you the art of mending, repairing, but also how to look after your clothes in the first place. Repairing tech can be a little bit more difficult and seem a little bit more daunting. We have this super old Dyson that really often struggles with the incredible amount of fur it has to suck up out of our cream carpets. I often say to my husband, can we just throw it out and get a better one? But he reminds me again and again, we really don't have to do that. So when the motor blew, he just replaced the front part of the vac. When the filter gets clogged up, we just replace, or even better, clean that. And when it stops suctioning as well, my husband takes it apart, gives it a little tidy up, cleans out the fur and puts it all back together again. That vac should last us a lifetime if we look after it correctly. If you're like me and don't have a clue on how you could repair something like that and just think it's easier to just throw it in the bin, maybe you ask your husband or someone in the family. But again, there's a great website. It's called iFixit. And it's full of manuals from all sorts of things, from broken toasters to microwaves. If you're anything like me, it's always the little random items around the house that get broken. You know, little bits snap off or break off. I found this website called Instructables that has little fixes on how to do things as simple as removing a snag from a carpet to fixing wobbly shelves and fixing broken zips. Or maybe you could attend a local repair cafe. It's such a wonderful thing where people come together with a whole range of skills. And it might be that their skills are sewing, knitting, tech, whatever it may be. And then they use those skills to help those people that have broken items or items that need a little bit of love. Locals can bring anything along, whether it's a bicycle, whether it's a piece of clothing that needs to be amended. And the volunteers there help each other fix it for free. So whilst the culture of mending and recycling obviously has numerous benefits for the environment, again, it has lots of additional benefits too. For example, it will save you money. Or maybe it's just that sense of satisfaction when you have fixed something yourself and get to keep an item that you love. And if you attend a repair cafe, You are developing and creating a wonderful sense of community, as well as providing yourself and others with an opportunity to socialise and get to know each other. So are you, unlike me, a dab hand with a needle and thread? Maybe you've attended a repair cafe. What was your experience? And maybe you've got a story of something that you fixed up and it's now stayed with you, stood the test of time. Let us know in the comments.